Hey everybody, welcome in to TV Sports 27, and we are gonna wrap up Season 1 of ESPN NFL 2K5 Franchise Mode Fantasy Draft, and we are going to play the Pro Bowl. Where's the love for the Pro Bowl? The best of the best. They don't do a Pro Bowl anymore. We still do the Pro Bowl here, and we're gonna look at the rosters really quick, and then we're gonna jump into this battle. We'll be controlling the NFC. Let's see who we're going against. Now, this is a different era where the Pro Bowl takes place after the Super Bowl. So you're going to see a lot of Super Bowl players in the Pro Bowl from the Super Bowl champion New York Jets and the runners-up, the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't forget to check out our Super Bowl watch party, a very interesting, intriguing game between the Jets and the Eagles. So, on the AFC side of things, and we're going to do our best as well because the game, I don't believe, auto-substitutes players. So, we're going to try to kind of do what we did in Madden where we sub the players out in between quarters. I don't know how it works in this game by doing that with a computer-controlled team, if they'll just sub the other players back in, but we'll see what happens. So, we got Mike Vick, Tom Brady, and John Kitna on the AFC side for quarterbacks. NFC side, Dante Culpepper. This is who we're going to be controlling. Dante Culpepper, Jake Delhomme, Peyton Manning. Maybe we should just let's go conference by conference. So we'll go Ahmad Green, Clinton Portis, who was your Super Bowl MVP. That's right, Clinton Portis, New York Jets Super Bowl MVP. Sean Alexander of the Patriots. On the fullback side of things, you got Mike Allstott, Brad Hoover. I think they probably only bring a couple of fullbacks. Wide receivers for the AFC, Torrey Holt, Jimmy Smith from the Chiefs, Jerry Rice. That's right, Jerry Rice of the Chargers in the mix. Rod Smith, Marvin Harrison, Peerless Price. Tight end side, Jeremy Shockey, Randy McMichael, Mark Campbell. Do you guys want me to go through all of them? I'll just go through here. Maybe you guys can take a look. You can kind of pause and look at your own because, you'll get to see the roster as they come across. So I think you guys would know most names rather than have to go through everybody. So we'll just take it little by little. There's your punters starting things off. Greg Hetrich. Defensive tackles, Bryant Young leading the way from the Browns. Julius Peppers in there. Javon Curse had a big appearance in the Super Bowl with the Jets. Roosevelt Colvin. You got Will Witherspoon. Zach Thomas of the Titans. You got Kendrell Bell for the Denver Broncos. Antonio Winfield. Charles Woodson. Look at this. Papa Surtain. Patrick Surtain. Of course, his son doing big things with the Denver Broncos. Darren Sharper and Darren Woodson. Couple of Darrens out there. Brian Dawkins. Brock Marion as well. And here's the squad we're going to be controlling. NFC side, we got Brian Westbrook in the backfield, Deuce McAllister, Tiki Barber, Larry Centers out there as well. Look at the votes for Terrell Owens. He set the all-time record for wide receivers, the greatest wide receiver season in NFL history, coming down with all the yards, nearly 2,000 yards. I think he finished just under. We got Randy Moss as well, Reggie Williams, Chad Johnson, Hines Ward. Come on, look at this group that we got on the NFC. Tony Gonzalez, Eric Johnson as well. Olin Kreutz, longtime top. Jonathan Ogden, this should be guaranteed win for the NFC. Todd Sauerbrunn, Chris Jenkins. You got John Abraham. So far I got T.O. for the Commanders, Takeo Spikes, Brian Urlacher. You got Chris McAllister, Ty Law. Mike Rump, I don't know if he'll make the cut on the roster or not, how many corners they bring on the squad, but Mike Rump, a possibility that he'll be in there. Lawyer Malloy, Ed Reed, as well, Arenas Williams, Corey Hall. So we're looking at possibly Mike Rumpf and Terrell Owens as representatives for the Washington Commanders. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get the Pro Bowl underway. AFC, NFC action. What you got for us, Chris Berman?
I'm Chris Berman. Ahead on ESPN. You thought the football season was over? Not so fast. How about the best of the best going head up on the frozen tundra of Aloha Stadium of Honolulu. The Pro Bowl coming up next. NFC All-Stars, AFC All-Stars. This ought to be good. Next.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game.
Oh, what a crappy day for the Pro Bowl.
I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to the Pro Bowl here on ESPN. With me, my good compadre, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, your thoughts on today's game?
Well, Dan, both teams have excellent safeties on the defensive end. The AFC All-Stars have a core of safeties who really excel at covering receivers. That gives the backfield a lot of flexibility because they can basically play cornerback if they have to. The NFC All-Stars have some excellent safeties. They can cover, they can hit, and they get
Moose,
their fair share
welcome,
of interceptions
Moose.
as well. In short,
Glad to have
they
you here
can
for
do
the
it
Pro
all.
Bowl.
Both
You
of
big
these
Pro
groups have
Bowl
a
guy?
chance to shine. The
Moose joining us in the house. We're getting ready to get this one underway. Now, I got the names written down of what teams they represent. Obviously, a different era. 2005, they weren't able to, quote-unquote, supposedly render all these different helmets out. So it's just going to be generic helmets, but I wrote down what teams they're going to be on. Nice, Moose with the cast. How's it look on the big screen? Does it look good? We got a solid stream going. So AFC is going to get this one first, and we're going to boot this off. And here we go on the NFC squad. There's also a lot of duplicate numbers, so I might have to do some squinting to look at some names on the back of the jersey. A rainy Pro Bowl here. Matt Bryant of the Seattle Seahawks kicking this one off. We're looking good on the big screen. And here we go for the AFC. That is Ahmad Green of the Cleveland Browns. So you're here for a good one, Moose. We got the Pro Bowl that we're going to play. We're also going to go through the offseason, see what changes the computer does for us. And then we're going to look at the crib. SK Money should be joining us a little bit later on because he has been requesting a look at the crib for a very, very long time. So we'll take a look at the crib. We'll buy some stuff. Tom Brady in there along with Clinton Portis. Now, it's kind of interesting with the voting. Tom Brady, the starter for the AFC, but in the voting, he was the number 2 quarterback on the list behind Michael Vick. Michael Vick was the number 1 quarterback, so I don't know what dictates who gets the start or anything like that. Michael Vick had more votes than Tom Brady, and I don't believe he was injured. We'll look at the depth chart after the first half and try to substitute out some players if we can. There's an interesting one. Brady and Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison, of course, on the Colts in this game, just like he made such a career in real life. But Tom Brady representing the Kansas City Chiefs here in this world. Third down for the AFC, and Brady, his pass was off the mark, looking for fellow Kansas City Chief Jimmy Smith. And it's a 3-and-out for the AFC in a rainy, rainy Pro Bowl, like we said. There's Henrich of the Baltimore Ravens on to punt this one away. I thought we were going to come and have a nice, beautiful day in Hawaii, but it's the rain. The rain has come down for Hawaii. There's Reggie Williams of the San Francisco 49ers on the return. And we're going to see who gets the start here. It is Peyton Manning. So Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Peyton Manning of the San Francisco 49ers to start this one off. And Manning completes it to Tony Gonzalez of the Seattle Seahawks. First down. I think this NFC All-Stars squad is completely loaded with what we got. I mean, you got Peyton Manning, you got Tony Gonzalez, you got McAllister in the back. You're going to see some of the names come across here. You got T.O., Tony Gonzalez, Randy Moss, Chad Johnson, who didn't even make the list at the bottom of the screen. My God, Deuce McAllister takes the handoff and picks a couple. Brian Dawkins of the Baltimore Ravens getting the tackle there just beyond the first down marker. So 2nd down and 8 for the NFC. Not a bad squad for the AFC, as you see Witherspoon out there. A couple of big names. Manning. Wow, he had Tony Gonzalez that he wanted. We're looking at Antonio Winfield from the Kansas City Chiefs, who knocked that one away. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. Can Manning, who this is, I think is the first time ever in a Pro Bowl, because Peyton Manning and Tom Brady were not in separate conferences until Manning had already retired. So this is your first ever in history in pro football in the NFL, the Peyton Manning Tom Brady duel in the Pro Bowl. We saw it multiple times in the playoffs. We saw it in conference championship games. We never saw a Pro Bowl between Brady and Manning. You're getting it right here on TB Sports. Todd Sauerbrunn of the Detroit Lions on the punt. That one rolls into the end zone. And Tom Brady and company will come back out on the field. I'll substitute out some of the backups as we get into the 3rd quarter and then again into the 4th quarter. There's your Super Bowl MVP, Clinton Portis of the Super Bowl champion New York Jets. Moose, I don't know if you got the opportunity to watch our Super Bowl watch party, but you'll want to check that one out. What a wild game. A Super Bowl that nobody thought they ever wanted between David Carr and Chad Pennington. It was a quarterback duel for the ages, if I do say so myself. Peter Boulware of the NFC champion Eagles. Well, keep an eye out. The replay is up on our Patreon page right now, or it will be up on YouTube in a couple of months, so be on the lookout. There is a first down as Tom Brady delivers now. Is that going to be, that is going to be Torrey Holt. There's a couple 81s out there. I got Peerless Price, Torrey Holt, and Randy Moss that are all number 81s. So yeah, keep an eye out for the Super Bowl. It's up on Patreon right now, or it'll be coming out on YouTube in a couple months. But the Jets winning their 2nd Super Bowl ever, thanks to quarterback David Carr. Brady gets that one out to Clinton Portis, and Ty Law of the Atlanta Falcons making the tackle. Second down. Yeah, big solid names. This is a really, really good Pro Bowl lineup. This is an incredible Pro Bowl lineup that we got. And we got even more to come. Tom Brady dumps that one off to number 80. That is Jeremy Shockey. We got 3 number 80s on the AFC side. Jerry Rice, Rod Smith, and Jeremy Shockey. But that one clearly is Jeremy Shockey. 3rd and 5. Brady to Mike Allstott of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the Jaguars, Mike Allstott picks up the first down. So Brady hasn't taken too many shots down the field just yet. A lot of this stuff's been kind of a little short, dink and dunk. Yes, SK Money is here. SK Money is here for the Pro Bowl as the Atlanta Falcons' Ty Law knocks that one down. This is the big day, the crib episode coming up after this game, after the offseason. We're going to take a look at the crib. We're going to buy some stuff. So you're here. It's a rainy Pro Bowl, man. There's Clinton Portis, Super Bowl MVP. Portis down the sideline, and the AFC strikes first. Arenas Williams of the Dallas Cowboys. He had no speed for Clinton Portis. So Portis wins your Super Bowl MVP, and he's well on his way to winning the Pro Bowl MVP. What was the prize for the Pro Bowl MVP? Didn't they get some like Cadillac or something, some nice car? I think the John Voight car. Wow, touchdown Clinton Portis. Since SK Money's here and we got our first points on the board, let's hit you with some of those plugs. You can follow along with us live on Twitch like Moose, like SK Money is doing. If you want to see the Super Bowl, subscribe on YouTube. It's coming up there. Of course, you got Patreon, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi, the different ways you can help support the channel. Shout out, of course, as always, Patreon supporters, Ultra fans, and Mega fans. Oh yeah, it was always I don't remember SK Money, you're always good on the Google. Google, what did the Pro Bowl MVP used to get? Maybe it was like a different car every time, but it was some kind of fancy car. I think it was a Cadillac, or I mean, maybe one year is a Cadillac. I think they changed it up every year. Deuce McAllister of the Minnesota Vikings. 6 yards on the ground. Just 2 carries so far for McAllister. SK Money, did you ever think you would see a Pro Bowl with Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady? Wow. McAllister brought down in the backfield. That was Ellis Johnson of the New England Patriots. So in the rain, you know, you're trying to establish a running game so you don't have to try to throw the ball that much in the rain. Manning is going to deliver that one, and it's going to hit the fingertips of Randy McMichael, I'm assuming. We got a couple of 81s. No, Wayne Corbett. I don't even have Wayne Corbett listed as an 81, so I don't know. Yeah, he must not have, I don't know, he wasn't in the top. Or I didn't write him down. So I don't know what team he's on. SK Money said yes. Is Spencer joining us today, SK Money? Coming to the bounce house. Will start this first play of the drive at their own 27-yard line. Brady. Tom Brady. Ooh, that one. Nicely done. Ty Law. He's your defensive MVP so far for the NFC side. Of course, Tom Brady is almost perfect at everything. Buffalo chicken. You're always making something good, Moose. You always got food going. I'm not a Buffalo fan. Yes, Spencer will be joining us. All right. I'm not a big Buffalo fan. I got some Buffalo mac and cheese bites that I bought by mistake. I'm waiting for a buddy of mine to come pick them up. Clinton Portis, Super Bowl MVP of the... Oh, we got some fighting out there. We got some Pro Bowl fighting. That's the Roy Glover, the New York Giants. Number 97. Look at the numbers generated on the ground. That is impressive. The phone charge. Oh, man, we got the phone charge going on. It's intercepted. Tom Brady picked off by Lawyer Malloy of the St. Louis Rams. Tom Brady intercepted in the Pro Bowl.
He's playing for the defense, people. That rain is really rewriting the playbook out there today. And that time the D was the big winner.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
The NFC All-Stars offense has taken the field, and they've been having a very
Peyton Manning, play fake.
They have another opportunity here.
And that one is knocked away by the Chargers' Darren Sharper. Nice, we're full of cats. We got the TV Sports mascot Luna here as well. What's your cat's name? Your cat's name Moose as well? That'd be awesome. Vikings, Deuce McAllister up the middle for 4.
And if we can back up a moment, that was a great play breaking up that pass attempt.
Dan, that is exactly the kind of
NFC has got to have it here. They've had a rather tough time moving the football. Manning and another incompletion. Wayne Corbett drops another one. 1 of 6 for Peyton Manning. Very nice. That's awesome. Rescue cat, shelter cat, however you get them. That is very cool. Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger would be disappointed that Wayne Corbett's been dropping all these passes. Another drop. Oh, man, it's got to be the rain and Randy Moss. The New Orleans Saints' Randy Moss dropping the football. And Peyton Manning will start 1 of 7 in the Pro Bowl.
Check it out. Yep, the ball hits the turf incomplete.
I believe it was Darren Sharper of the Chargers that knocked it loose. Wow, I can't believe the NFC Dream Team with all these drop passes, but it is raining. Of course, you got to, right? The Colts' Marvin Harrison pass completion. I bet she's very, very glad to have you around. Issues or not, man, you're the guy. Any reason you're playing as the NFC? That's the exact reason, because I am coach of the Commanders, so I got to take control of the NFC side. Got to represent the conference. And the first quarter will come to a close with Tom Brady and Marvin Harrison on a pass completion as AFC leading this one 7-0, and they are driving once again in a rainy Honolulu, Hawaii.
Goes in motion.
That's exactly right. We did not make the playoffs. Ooh, man. Dallas Cowboys Arenas Williams was almost there for the interception, but again, I think wet hands. Yeah, we finished 8-8 with the Washington Commanders. Terrell Owens set the record for most receiving yards in football history for a single season. Marvin Harrison, though, tearing up. We haven't seen anything. We've not seen Terrell Owens yet in the Pro Bowl. And we're coming to the end of the first half where we're going to try to sub in some of the backups. So T.O. might not have a good follow-up here, but Brady tearing it up right now for the AFC. Brady, incomplete. Lawyer Malloy.
Second down with the tight end right.
Wow, who's the WOJ? Gene Wojciechowski? No, they wouldn't fire me that quick. We had a backup quarterback. We had injuries. We still went 8-8. We got to have at least one more year before they fire us, right? Clinton Portis, 61 yards on the ground for Super Bowl MVP. Clinton Portis. Wow, what a postseason, or what a 2-week run that Clinton Portis would have if he can come in with a Super Bowl MVP and a Pro Bowl MVP back to back. That'd be a week, 2 weeks to remember for Clinton Portis. But no, Brady's going to throw it, and it's a touchdown. So I believe that is Torrey Holt. We got a couple of 81s out there. Randy McMichael, Torrey Holt, and Peerless Price all wearing 81. As you see, all our different 81s. That is, I believe that's Torrey Holt. I was trying to look by the letters on the back of the jersey. So cannot be for sure, but I think I saw a short name, which would be Torrey Holt. Matt Stover. Extra point is good. There you see Michael Vick. He'll be coming in the third quarter. And it's 14-0 AFC.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Stover kicks this
So can
one
Peyton
away.
Manning and the NFC Dream Team get some points on the board? Chad Johnson of the St. Louis Rams on the return.
It all comes out in the wash on that play.
The NFC All-Stars were stopped on fourth down last time.
Only one pass completion so far for the NFC. Manning, single coverage, and it's picked off.
Out of bounds at the 30.
That's Winfield of the Chiefs. Winfield, the big play in the first quarter. Ooh, what a disaster.
That was perfect positioning back there to get the interception. Heck of a defensive play.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception.
Manning was looking for Randy Moss.
AFC All-Stars are going to try and capitalize.
So we got Dante Culpepper and we have Jake Delhomme. I mean, technically, is this Coach TV Sports? I mean, I'm playing, but the NFC, who was the runner-up in the NFC Championship? Was it the 49ers coach? It's usually whoever loses the conference championship. It was back then. We're going to get some new quarterbacks in the second half.
Holt goes in motion.
Hand off to Clinton Portis. Portis doesn't get too much, just gets a little. Bring up 3rd down and 5. But Brady has been pretty efficient through the air, throwing the football. And here he goes again. Oh, it's tipped. And it falls incomplete. Ty Law, Atlanta Falcons Ty Law, knocking that one around. So look at that. See, we get a stop. We get a stop on defense. Matt Stover of the Cleveland Browns with the field goal. It is good. And the AFC goes up 17-0 here in the Pro Bowl. Classic Pro Bowl blowout here.
There's the signal, and we're ready.
Okay, Peyton Manning. What is he, 1 for 8, 1 for 9? Chad Ochocinco on the run back up to the 23-yard line.
Chad Johnson got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really.
I'm feeling it. Points are coming on this drive. You know, we make the slow down the rain. Deuce McAllister gets 2. 5 carries, 12 yards from McAllister. And Manning's pass knocked back down in his face. Ellis Johnson of the New England Patriots. And here you're going to get a look at Peyton Manning. A lot of these have been drop passes because of the rain. But just 1 of 9. 1 of 9 for Peyton Manning in the Pro Bowl. First time ever representing the NFC in the Pro Bowl. Manning will get sacked. And there's Winfield again. Winfield. What a day he's having. Todd Sauerbrunn of the Detroit Lions on to punt this one away. As the AFC on defense tearing up the NFC Dream Team. Who would have ever thought? We haven't even gotten to see Terrell Owens yet. He's our guy. Our wide receiver. 17-0 AFC over the NFC. Brady calling some shots at the line here. Stacked line. We're going to get the ball to Clinton Portis again, perhaps, of the New York Jets. Hand off to Clinton Portis. And the Carolina Panthers, Brian Urlacher. There you see. What coach is that? Is that the... I can't even tell. Is that Schottenheimer? Boulware swats that one away. I couldn't tell who that was. Was that Martz? Mike Martz or Schottenheimer? Or... Well, I think it might have been Schottenheimer because the Chiefs did lose the AFC Championship, so it would be him that would be in there. And that one goes incomplete, so it's going to be a 3 and out. 3 and out for the AFC. Baltimore Ravens punter on. Kicks this one deep. At the last minute, Reggie Williams lets that one go, and it gets downed. It just dies out in the rain here. So 96 yards away from the end zone. What do you guys think? Is this going to happen? And Deuce McAllister is going to lose too. Deuce McAllister's had a terrible time running the football. Number 99 is Jason Taylor, also the Baltimore Ravens. Manning in his own end zone. There's Terrell Owens of the Washington Commanders, the all-time record holder as of this year, setting the single-season wide receiver record of 1,900 plus yards. I don't remember the exact number, but it was enough to break the record of Calvin Johnson, and there he is in the Pro Bowl representing the Washington Commanders with that grab. Looking for Owens again, and this time Owens loses the football as Charles Woodson of the Miami Dolphins. I think he put his helmet on the football there and made that one fall incomplete. A lot of drop passes on the NFC side. 2 of 11 for Peyton Manning. And this is going to be the final play before the halftime break. Another drop. Wow. This is terrible.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
3rd and 3. Manning rolling out. He's going to throw it. It's tipped up and incomplete. Was looking for Corbett.
That will bring up 4th down.
Darren Sharper came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a
A nice defensive play will give him his.
Well, we ended the season losing 4 games in a row. We're losing the Pro Bowl here.
Lines up for the punt.
I don't know. 2K5 is just, it's wreaking havoc.
Smith fields the deep punt at the 35. Brought down at the 48. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. They turned the ball over, but they have.
There's your possessions. We've definitely gotten Brady in a couple of 3-and-out situations here.
The AFC All-Stars have yet
We're going to see a whole new roster in the second half.
their offense takes the field.
Some AFC names: Michael Vick, John Kitna on the NFC side, Todd Sauerbrunn, Dante Culpepper, Jake Delhomme. Oh, Sauerbrunn's a punter. Why did I say Sauerbrunn? Jake Delhomme and Dante Culpepper. Maybe Culpepper getting in there will be good because he can scramble a little bit. So that might be good for the rain.
He's got 95 yards and 1 touchdown.
Allstott goes in motion.
Quentin Portis
Portis gains 3 yards.
gets 3 yards, tackled by Peter Boulware of your NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. SK Money's jumping to the AFC side. Look at this defense, though. Another tackle for Peter Boulware. No, not simming the game. It's the Pro Bowl. People love the Pro Bowl. People love it. You're never going to get to see Tom Brady throw passes to Jerry Rice or Marvin Harrison or, in this case, Rod Smith of the Buffalo Bills. Come on. I just watched the game today on NFL Throwback, the game where Rod Smith caught the Hail Mary against Washington. That one's going to be no good. To win the game, that was kind of like his big coming out party. And he would fight his way into the roster and be a long time Denver Broncos starting QB after that. All right, well, Peyton Manning is going to have to go to the sky here to round out this first half with a minute to go. There's Randy Moss. First down NFC timeout called, of course. Randy Moss representing the New Orleans Saints.
First down, 3 wideouts
What's going on, Moose? Manning. Tony Gonzalez breaks the tackle. There you go. Where's SK Money out now? Oh, he got hit from behind, but Gonzalez into the end zone. Seattle Seahawks represent Tony Gonzalez. Touchdown, NFC.
Tony Gonzalez is going to make a great play right here. Snags the football and then really turns on the juice.
Wasn't supposed to be a touchdown
42
pass,
was
but he
Darren
did
Sharper
run that terrific
of the
run
San
to
Diego
get to the
Chargers who lost that tackle. And then a little Heisman pose and hit from behind by the Colts' Julius Peppers. So now the Seahawks kicker, Matt Bryant, comes on here. And we'll be back to a 2-score game with this extra point here.
Now the extra
Dante Culpepper holding, and it is good. 17-7. Slides are fake, calling sliders. What are you talking about? Quarterback slides? For the Heisman pose.
And we're set. Bryant booms a beauty here.
What a kick that was. My goodness.
Green downs this in the end zone.
Ahmad Green, Cleveland Browns. Peyton Manning on the phone. His day will be done here,
Come out on
as he will come out unless there's a turnover.
and another shot to score.
But I imagine AFC probably a couple of runs to Clinton Portis, and they call it a half.
And maybe picks up one on the play.
Peter Bulwer has been all over the place.
Defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Holt goes in motion.
Another handoff to Clinton Portis. Time will tick down, and we're at halftime. So we're going to look at the Chris Berman halftime show, and then we are going to switch out and put the backups in. We're going to get the second All-Star voters in there. So you're going to see some different players in the mix for the second and third quarter. So come on back, second half of the Pro Bowl. But I'm going to let Chris Berman recap what you saw in the first half here. SK Money, get you a hot chocolate. Sit back and watch this one.
Okay, Dan and Peter, we'll get back out to Honolulu for our final half of football this season in just a minute. But first, let's welcome everyone to our Pro Bowl edition of the ESPN Halftime Report. I'm Chris Berman. Now let's take a look at the halftime stats. And boy, look at the difference in rushing yards. The NFC All-Stars are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. Let's get started on this one early in the first quarter. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. AFC All-Stars midway through the first. Clinton Portis got the ball here, and it was a defensive meltdown. He's got lots of space ahead. A 52-yard touchdown for the AFC All-Stars. AFC All-Stars towards the end of the first quarter. AFC All-Stars leading by 7. Lawyers in Love Malloy shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. AFC All-Stars ended the first quarter. Tom Brady connected with his man on this one. A 23-yard play that set up an AFC All-Star touchdown. AFC All-Stars up 14-0. Antoine Winfield was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. After driving 5 yards on 3 plays, Matt Smokey Stover would come on and connect on the field goal try. NFC All-Stars still midway through the second. NFC All-Stars losing by 17. Peyton Manning would find his target on this one. AFC All-Stars late in the second quarter. Tom Brady connected with his man on this one. A 16-yard play that set up an AFC All-Star field goal, but they couldn't connect. AFC All-Stars winning 17-0. Tony Gonzalez was definitely a key, as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 45-yard touchdown for the NFC All-Stars. And that's where we'll leave this one. AFC All-Stars are up at the half, 17-7. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Clinton Portis has taken over this game. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby.